Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Christine, and it's been a while. Let me tell you, it's been a while because I gave up on my computer. I was recording a lot, and it just wasn't saving my stuff. It would glitch throughout the whole thing. The volume would turn off. Like, my recording situation is whack. So, I haven't been anything for forever because I was, and then it just wasn't saving, and I was tired of doing things just for me. I wanted the people to hear it too. That I stopped. But today, I feel like jumping on because it's a very, very interesting energy, point blank. It's an interesting energy that's coming up I'm so happy this burned fast. For everyone, because March, all this talk about March and Venus retrograde, and then we just got into Pisces and how testing is going to be. I mean, my job calls March Madness, football calls March Madness, and it is madness from what I'm gathering from all the energy that's coming around and stuff, or that's kicking off. It's been kicking off very interesting since the freaking new year. But the actual new year is coming November, wow. The actual new year is coming in March 20th on the spring equinox. I believe that's what it's called. But the first day of spring is when the new year starts. So I'm excited for that. I did my abundance ritual situation this morning. I actually did some heavy duty cleaning. That was cool. And now I find myself here at whatever time it is. I don't know what time it is right now. But my daughter's in bed. She tried to stay up late. I think it's probably like 11:30 or so. She was trying so hard to stay awake. And I saw her looking all like death at the computer, and I was like, Quinn, why don't you just lay in bed and be on the computer? Like, just lay in bed. And then sure enough, 5 minutes in, she was out. I grabbed the computer, put it here, and now I'm reading. And Palo Santo finished burning. Cool. So what am I reading? I don't know. I never know. I'm just gonna read. But maybe I should put some energy into it. So, March. Some of us want to know what's going on in March. And these are just possibilities because I have been thinking about timeline jumping. Not that I want to do it, but there is an opportunity for it. Like, literally this week, around this new moon. That was a day ago or yesterday. Yesterday. I remember chilling at home doing nothing for the new moon. But I think there's a cat outside. That's why my cat's making that weird sound. I've been feeling very like that. I don't know if you caught it. I was like inhaling very hard. I've been I don't know if it's just anxiety or what, but like I don't feel it until I'm like alone. And I'm just here alone, and I find myself breathing heavier than normal. And I don't know if it's because I'm at work and I'm distracted with movement and talking and all this other shit that it doesn't come across me that I need to breathe. But when I'm home relaxing, I feel more anxious. There's probably a reason for that. I don't know. It's probably, I don't know. I'm not comfortable with myself or my peace. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm missing out on action. That's why I stay up late. Anyway, we're going way too much into me. But I don't know if other people are feeling the same too. That's why I'm sharing that. I don't know, because we're all like connected. So I just want to throw out what I've been feeling and seeing if it resonates with anybody else. But yeah. I don't know too much about Venus retrograde, even though I've been reading a shit ton. Nothing is sticking. Nothing is like... He's eating so loud. Nothing is sticking when it comes to Venus retrograde. With all the information I'm And like literally I'm not going out looking for the information is there, especially in my feed on my Instagram. I follow certain things, and it all has to do with like witchcraft, astrology, natal charts, and all this, and it's just too much. To the point where all I know is that they're putting so much warning about this Venus retrograde that it's like, whatever, man. Whatever fucking happens is gonna fucking happen. Like, if I didn't know Venus was in retrograde, whatever would happen would happen. Why should I try to control it? Oh, sorry, Joji. Why should I try to control it? What's gonna happen? So I'm not. I'm like, whatever. But I did realize that, it's not just romantic relationships, it's relationships in general that are gonna be tested. And I'm just like, and I instantly looked at my daughter. Because her relationship, by the way I was raised and the relationship with my mother, it's a lot that I'm trying to counteract on to create a healthier relationship with my daughter. And then I find myself in moments where, no, Christine, you're doing so much, I don't want to say better, but you're doing so much more than what was given to you growing up already. And she's 6. Like, just fucking touching her hair and just making her feel present is already a step forward in the right direction. So I'm just like, you're right. To pat my own self in the back. But anyway, so that's that, and it's going to be a whole month. The whole month is Venus is in retrograde, and then like 2 weeks in April it's going to go into it's going to go in retrograde in Pisces or some shit like that. I don't know. There's a whole lot of stuff. It's too much to really think about, to be honest, because like Aries is involved. There's no control anyway. It's gonna happen. Just, we're gonna have to deal with whatever happens, we have to, and it's gonna be so hard to just give me a second, because I am freaking myself out. Un segundo. Jojo, if you see anything, you need to say something, bro. We ain't friends with nobody around here. Even though I don't allow shit like that in my house, but I'd be freaking myself out. My imagination is just like up here somewhere, and I'm just seeing shit. But I know there's shit already there. It's just I don't want to see it. I don't want to see anything. I'm not ready for that shit. Not ready. I don't care. Anyway, so that's that, and then I don't know where I left off. And then we are in Pisces, which I'm very happy about. I've always been very I like full moon in Pisces more than new moon in Pisces. Something about the dark side of Pisces is different from because dark side of Pisces is very dark. Like, they are water, they are emotional beings, but it's like in this weird, like, murky, I don't know. Whatever you just saw on my face is what it is. It's just, they're so intuitive and reserved. It's like they're like a ghost. They're like a mirage. I don't know. And that's like the dark side, It's like, is this real, Whatever is popping up around the new moon, is it even real? Is what I'm telling myself. Like, are these feelings legit? Or is the moon playing games with me right now? You know what I mean? Part of me is like, if I could, I will not be around anybody who's emotionally connected to me for the whole month of March. I'm just going to go in a hiatus. I can't do that. I need to make money, and I need to go to work, and I need to talk to strangers and pretend that they're the best thing in my life. And I have to interact with certain people and that are like closer to me, and it's just whatever. So yeah, there's a lot going on. We're at the end. We're at the 12th house right now. The 12th house of illusions and deep mysteries of the soul and the subconscious and the abyss and the void. All that murky stuff. We're here right now. And there's sirens swimming in the black seas, like of subconsciousness, which is Pisces. And I was reading a lot about like Virgo and Pisces, how they're opposites, and they are literally like, I mean, so much information has been spitting into my skull, literally spitting. I'm not even processing anything. It was just all like I can't keep up. I can't. There's something wrong with me where I can't. What is that word? I can't seem to get it. Receptive? No. I forgot what the word is, but it's gonna hit me later. I'm gonna be like, ah! But yeah, it's just a lot of information about like the wheel and the sun and the moon and like the houses. It's just I've been going deeper, and I don't even know how to explain it. But it's all like deep enough for me to still walk through the waters of the knowledge that is being spat at me. If that makes sense. But anyway, I'm here to read about the energies that has been filtering through me and in me, and seeing if what I pull and read can help whoever is watching. So with that being said, I'm going to pull the cards for tonight, I guess. I saw it in my mind's eye and it was right there, so I was like, okay, guess I'm using these guys. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm using my Celtic Tarot. Let's get dark. It did just get dark. I'm like, let's get dark. And I went, ooh. Dude, this is the same feeling. Ooh. I'm spooking myself out. I even got my little guy here, and all of a sudden he just got like real creepy. I've always had him. Thank you, Dee Dee, for it. Many Christmas or birthdays ago. I was like, let's get dark. And my whole house, I don't know if it's the light here, it's adjusting my eyes. When I looked up, like a camera just went but it happened at that very moment. And it kind of creeped me out for a second. I'm like, okay. Because the last time I felt that feeling that I just felt is when I first came across this deck through another person I knew at the time. When I skimmed through his deck, and you probably heard this story from one of my other readings, one of my older readings. When I skimmed through his deck, I was getting sucked into the times of this card. Like, I don't even know what times he said they were pagan, Celtic, and he said that, yeah, like even now, like it's yeah, something about the eyes in these cards, they freaked me the fuck out. It was so dark. And I was like, who gave you these cards? He's like, my mom. I was like, God. She's another Gemini. He's a Gemini and his mother's a Gemini, but like a spiritual hippie one who's like, I don't know. And in my mind I was just like, fuck. Where'd she get them cards from? It's just like I felt like density and darkness, and the eyes were freaking me the fuck out. But then when I bought and it took me a while, because like even though it scared me and intrigued me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy these cards eventually, and it took years later before I actually bought them. And when I saw them, it didn't give me that feeling, and I was like, meh. But right now, I'm not saying it's giving me the feeling, but it's reminding me of that time. And it hasn't happened since the last time I talked about these cards. But yeah. So let's talk. Let's read. Let's talk. Apparently, we're ready to go. I'm ready. Let's see what's up. What can I talk about? What can I spread? What can I spread? What can I deliver for myself and for you guys? Because these readings are for me too. I'm not even gonna lie. Mainly for me. I just record them to see if they're worth anything for anybody else. See if maybe I can just share it with the world. Hope everybody's doing great. Grab your water. Grab your... Dang it, turned off. Grab your water, grab your drink, grab your tea, grab your coffee. I don't know what time you're watching this, but grab your stuff. It's been a while that I haven't. Okay, fine. I'm going to take these. We have 5 cards, and I normally do 5. Let's do it. Okay. Put my deck here. Starting from the left, we got the 10 of Cups in reverse, 8 of Shields or Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Wands in the middle, to 8 of Cups upright, 10 of Wands reverse. Okay. So right smack in the middle, we got the Ace. The Ace of Wands. Whoop-de-doo. Right in the middle. This is feeling like more now time. Like present moment. What's up? You got some sort of opportunity to create something amazing and new. Fulfilling. And exciting. Potent. With magic. Along both sides, we have a lot of stuff. A lot of heaviness. We got the 10 of Cups in reverse. Wah. There's a delay to achieving this kind of energy. If you can feel it, you can feel it. There's a delay in this kind of feeling. There is a delay in some sort of work endeavor. We have this card in reverse too. 8 of Pentacles. Seeing them upright together. Yeah. A delay towards this goal that you have. The ship's moving to the 10 of Cups. The ship is, speaking of movement, it's something that you're putting out there. It's a skill that you're improving for not just yourself but your lineage. But there is a delay in that area, which is causing a delay to achieve this final goal, which is happy home, happy family energy. Happy home, happy family delays. And it has to do with your work because of the 8 of Pentacles. Diligently working towards mastery. But when it's in reverse, it's making me feel like, is it worth it? It's like the 7 of Pentacles, and that's the card that comes after the 7 of Pentacles. But the 7 of Pentacles, you literally stop in the middle of your work and you assess if it's worth continuing or quitting while we're ahead. When you get the 8 of Shields, that means it's worth the hard work. So you continue, and then you proceed to gain mastery in that area that you were second guessing at one point. But since we made it to that point, we're in reverse now, and it just feels like doubt's creeping in again, and I'm not sure as to why the doubt is creeping in, but it has to do with your happy home, happy family vibe. Skipping the Ace of Wands right now, because it's in the middle of the deck, I just feel like it's a pivotal point in your reading, because 1, it's in the middle, and 2, it's an ace, surrounded by all this like heavy energy. It's I didn't want to say it, and I was about to talk about timeline shifting, and I didn't. But this is like a timeline shift right here. It's not going to be easy, because you're going to have to start all over again. because the next card is Eight of Cups, leaving all those cups that you put your hard work and love and effort into to go up these steepy, slippery mountains for those boats. To those boats again. There's those boats again. There's boats in the very back of the sea here, and then in this card they're back here. I don't know if you can see them. It's like you're getting a second chance at something. Or you're circling back. Or you're leaving behind. One of those. And I say leaving behind because even though those boats are there, this card was in reverse, which is a delay. And with this new opportunity that's coming out of this cauldron, it's like it pushes you to move away from something to see, it's moving towards the wand. Upright king. Something with the eclipse. I don't know. Are we having an eclipse soon? There's people on top of this little, like, wet little mountain, and one of them is pointing out to those ships. As in, like, I don't know if he's like, oh shit, we missed the boats. Or, there they go, they're coming. And you're going up your steepy little steps to get to the top. So you can be ready to receive what's coming. You were going over there in this boat with your family. This is all metaphorical, hypothetical, whatever, speaking. And it's like you couldn't do it on this rinky-dink boat with someone looking down at you. I don't know if it's somebody superior than you, looking down at you, at what you're doing at your work. And it's some sort of distraction. It's like the environment wasn't ideal to get to the goal, which was these ships that are basically the same energy as this. Happy home, happy family. The environment wasn't ideal to reach this, even though you were producing and gaining. But for some reason, it wasn't enough to get you to where you want it to be. So that's what's causing the delay. So you abandon ship, basically, for another set of skills or another set of group of people or another environment. But it's not easy when you're leaving the Eight of Cups, because when you leave the Eight of Cups, you're in such a need for change that, and you know that where you're at right now is just draining than gaining, that you leave the situation in a very hastily manner and an ill-prepared manner, because it's in the dark with just a cloak over your arm and you're going up some steep steps by the water that are wet. Shit can get slippery. And it's dark. You do have a staff. You are ascending, but it's also kind of giving me like mountain vibes, which speaks of struggle. But there is the sun coming up. That second chance thing. Now, the next card is the Ten of Wands, and usually the Ten of Wands is depicted by a man. Oh no, sorry, that's the Ten of Swords. Ten of Wands is depicted like this usually, and it's a man carrying a bundle of wands on his back, and he's looking tired as fuck, on his way up to that mountain where there's a castle. But we got it in reverse, which isn't the best because not only did you leave a situation to better yourself, you are now overburdened yourself as well. It could be responsibilities. It could be by leaving a situation, you probably gain more opportunity, because we do have the Ace of Wands here. You gained an opportunity, but that opportunity presented even more opportunities to the point now that you're overwhelmed with all this new stuff and have nowhere to go with it. In this sense, you do have somewhere to go, and it's to this castle, which could be your happy happy home, happy family vibe that you were trying to achieve in the very beginning or in the past. And it's happy home, happy families. I don't want to talk about relationships, but it could be, this could be reflecting someone's relationship out there. Like maybe you were working towards gaining more stability and strength in some sort of relationship. Could be romantic or not, whatever. But the connection between you and something or someone. But the environment wasn't ideal, and it wasn't giving you what you were looking for, so you had to leave. With this new opportunity. But that new opportunity is presenting a lot of stuff. And it's heavy. And I feel like if you make it up to that castle, you're not going to have the opportunity or the hands. I mean, you have one, but it looks dead. Usually the guy in that card is just like, he has so much in his hands that he doesn't have any room for anything new or have, the ability to receive anything new. To see anything new, receive anything new, or even think of anything new because of how much weight is on him already with all of the ideas that he manifested that's creating more like abundance. It's like abundance, but in a uneven way. I'm gonna use another deck for clarifying. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is. Bottom of the deck, which is my overall energy, is the Two of Wands, and that is my planner card. It's my planning in process. It's my brainstorming in process. It's my too scared to step out of your comfort zone because of the fear of yada yada. Now, it's funny that I said what I said just now, because as I was saying that, I took a look, I glanced over at this card, the Ace of Wands, and it literally looks like the wand he has here. Obvious reasons, because it is the wand card with the wand, Ace of Wands, right? But the wand is pointed to this orb here, and the orb makes me feel like it's our thought, it's our vision, it's whatever we envision for ourselves, and the wand is like there to point at it, and then it becomes a reality. But there's even a pause in doing so. It's like you're so busy in the idea of it instead of actually doing it. And that's where the comfort zone comes into play. There's no movement here. But we do, overall, there is no movement, the overall energy, there is no movement. This is my planning card. But here there is. So I guess emotionally you're done with whatever it is that you were working towards, and you're ready for something new. But I don't know, something about this Ten of Wands is kind of rubbing me wrong, because one, it's in reverse, and two, it just speaks of even more burdens. It's like, I don't know if you had burdens before, but now you have even more, for sure, now. And that burden could be that comfort zone, the inability to grow because you are of fear, maybe. Fear and just fear of the unknown. That's why he sits high up in his castle. Underneath him, we do have another page character, and it's one character, and it is the page. So there is a very naive sense behind this whole reading. It's like you want to do a lot, but there isn't enough ambition. No, there is, because the person in there is young. And usually the youth have way more ambition to know what to do with, that they end up burning themselves out at a certain point. And it is the fires right now we're talking about. It could be burnout. You could be burning yourself out. You're definitely weighing yourself out physically. Emotionally, I think you're kind of closed. The department is closed. Because sorry, all the energy you have put into something emotionally and you really thought you were getting there got you nowhere. And it was a hard decision to move away from that. It's interesting that this water stream is running towards that little stream. Even though I know it's a stream in the distance, it's just the way that it's like a snake right into that one, right to where that orb is, which is the thoughts that you are carrying, the vision that you have. And all you need to do is just combine the two, and it can literally become, you even have water for fertilization, like fertile grounds for this new growth, and you have the sun coming up. You have this amazing opportunity. I just think you need to like hone in on one idea instead of a bunch, and ending up with this bag of tricks that don't really do anything for anybody, nor yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like a jack of all trades, master of none. This, when you were over here, you were trying to be a master of one. But I think that environment that you were in wasn't allowing you to be a master. If anything, it was like weighing you down, almost like sinking your boat. And you're now going to try to find new horizons, literally a new perspective almost on something, maybe a different group of people. Oh wow. Maybe, yeah, different group of people to help you see what you couldn't see before because you were so hard at work. Nobody was telling you where to go. You didn't even know where you were going. You thought you knew. Because idealistically, this is where everybody wants to be. This is where society tells you need to be, too. So that's another thing. It could be societal norms that's making you go down that one path that I think you're about to walk off and go up, not the unbeaten path, because there is, after the wands, there's paths here. This is not the path less taken. There's a bunch of people up here, and there's a road that leads to a castle, or it could be like a city with a castle in it. You know, I don't know. But it is a path. You have paths, that's for sure. I need to go to sleep. After this reading, I will go to sleep. I can't shuffle. The last 5 cards just kind of flew out. I can actually shuffle and cut and knock. Let's go. 5 of Wands, 3 of Swords, the World, ooh, the Tower, hey. And then the 9 of Cups. Interesting, interesting. So the clarifier card for the Happy Home, Happy Family is my conflict card. But like so much conflict that there's no resolution. There's no construction from the destruction of ideas. I think this is something that somebody from my job says a lot. There's too many chiefs, not enough Indians. And I really like that saying. And that's technically what this card is about. There's too many Indians, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. It's like there's so many ego-fueled people here with their idea means more than yours kind of mentality. Their vision is more important than yours, and it comes down to a duel or people pushing each other out. And that's probably that is the clarifier for this Happy Home, Happy Family, and it's in reverse. And even this card, the Destruction card, is in reverse, which means, yeah, just what I said. It's getting to a point where nothing good is coming out of this. That is what I was kind of saying. Like, you're putting all this energy into something, and you realize it's not worth it, and you leave finally, emotionally, because I feel like a lot of people will feel a certain way about certain situations, but they won't leave it because of the emotional investment they have in it. And emotionally involved, it just takes longer. Our hearts don't know how to let go. I mean, some people, they'd be like, peace out. And others are just like, they have faith. The faith lies in the heart, so they just have faith and they stick around and they just stay and they deal and they, thinking that it will get better. There was this heavy energy here, and, of somebody looking down on you, distraction with the little kid, and you looking down hard at work, trying to become mastery of something that I don't think even belonged to you. So it could be a job, a boss, something like that. Or it could be, putting in a lot of work towards, I don't know why I was thinking of child support. But all that energy you're putting into the work distracted you from the true potential you had, which I think are those ships in the back. That's why when you leave, and you go up in the mountains where those people are going up this hill with these slippery ass stairs, with those people with that vision, because there's an eclipse. Eclipse talk about taking things out of your life that don't resonate with you anymore. And whatever this emotional stuff is, 10, 8, you leave. And you meet people up there pointing at those ships who I feel like are your potential. That's your potential, your true potential. It's symbolic, okay? I say all that to say, because the clarifying card to this card is the heartbreak card. 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords, and there's 3 characters there. So all these people are doing something to you. To you. It's like breaking you down little by little. Or maybe these people, you have a history with them from your past. There was a lot of pain in the past, and it's what fuels your diligently working towards whatever this is. I'm not even sure what it is, but you're working towards it diligently while somebody just oversees you and your work and your progress. It's like they want to ride the ship with you, but they're actually making you sink or go slower or delaying your progress. I don't know. They're having some sort of effect on your progress. Do not worry. This is more towards the past. It could be near past, recent past, or past, you know. But the weight that these people have on you, like you see how they're looking down like superior and shit, and the distraction, it really was not, like I said, the environment was not ideal for where you were trying to go or what you were trying to achieve. It had a lot of heaviness, past backstory, past, I don't want to say past hate, maybe, but baggage. Now, the Ace of Wands sits in the middle of your reading, like I said earlier, and it has this ability, because we even have it as overall energy he's holding in his hand. We have the overall energy, or you have the overall energy, to literally create a new reality. That's where the whole timeline jumping thing was coming in, and I was thinking about the new moon in Pisces, and how big of a deal it is because of where we're going in March and all the other transits that are happening in March, like a fucking game plan. I'm cold. I'm getting cold. Can you wait while I go get my sweater? Thanks. You have no choice. Sorry. I had to go put a blanket over my daughter because when I left her, she was just like in her t-shirt and her undies out. But it was hot earlier because I didn't realize I had my AC off. So yeah, that's what's up. Okay, so timeline jumping. You have the ability right now, because the Ace of Wands appears right dab smack in the middle of your reading. That's like more like right now-ish. Like it's literally very near. Happening, near, or coming. I don't know. It's very, very relative right now in your life. You have the ability. Overall energy is a Two of Wands. Plan. sketch, rough draft. But there needs to be a plan in motion, and it needs to be very fucking clear. And I'm only saying that because I have been watching Dark Matter, and that's literally what he's doing. He's not timeline jumping, or I guess the multiverse is like timeline jumping. But he was trying to get back to his world, because he went, it's a whole thing. And he's trying to get back to his world. And every time he opens this door in the multiverse, it takes him to another version of his world. And when he thinks he's close, because he got the bright idea of writing it down, because he says the brain can't help but process what is being written. So he started to write so he can narrow down his chances on getting to the right world. But his writings had to be so fucking clear. And they had to be aligned with his heart too. Something, his core essence. And that is what will bring him to his world when he taps into the core essence of who he is and what he truly wants. Because every time he opened up a door, he thought he got what he wanted, but there was like little things off, which just made it not his world. But anyway, my point is, you have this magical wand of opportunity to literally create something physical. And in this sense, it's a whole new world. A whole new world where magic... A magical place I've never knew. Time was way up here, we disappeared, and now I'm in a whole new world with you. Anyway, I was trying to find the lyric that like made sense, but it was just a whole new world. Was clarifying that. That's funny that I said that. Was clarifying that is the world card. This is not just an ordinary fucking wand, bruh. It's not an ordinary fucking wand, bruh. It's not. This thing is packed. It's potent. It's packed. It's full of potent potion. I hope you can hear what I'm saying. It's packed full of potential. But it can only go as far as you can believe it will go. And that's hard. Because subconscious plays a lot of tricks on us. Please go start watching Dark Matter right now. Just start watching it. And if you have watched it, you know what I'm talking about, man. The world card is clarifying the Ace of Wands. It's a very powerful time. I mean, they were saying that in my social media, but you know, it was just one of the things I heard in the sea of shit that I've been hearing. But it's true. I don't make new moon resolutions or whatever. I used to, but I just stopped because I just didn't believe in it. I didn't believe that nothing was going to change. But I think they do. They're just so small, and like a pregnancy, it's almost like, wow, when did I just get a belly? You know, because it's such a slow ass process. And I feel like that's what the new moon resolutions tend to be like. They just happen so slow. They're happening. And I think we forget about what we write, because I know I do. I forgot what the fuck I wrote. So now anything can go. Anything can happen. That if it does happen, I won't even know that's what it was from my list, you know, of things that I wanted to manifest or plant seeds, as they say. So I stopped doing it and just started thinking about it. But today, bro, while I was binge watching Dark Matter, I realized that the power of writing it down is way stronger than just thinking it. Because there's so many factors. like intercepting your thoughts subconsciously. That, look, we're not God, okay? As much as some of us like to believe we are, we're not. Okay, God can literally create como si nada. We can, but it's like so limiting. It's so it's so, I don't even know, man. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Next card. Next card, after this Ace of Wands, the power that is ours. You make that move, you leave, right? Because you got the Ace of Wands now. Oh, Ace of Wands, okay. Well, I'm going to make some moves. You leave. You leave a very emotionally invested situation, which I think was this. You were trying to get to this fucking happy home, happy family vibe, and that's 10 cups. You gotta have 10 cups to achieve that level of happy home, happy family. There was nothing but coin. It's like you were trying to buy this life. You were trying to buy into this. You can't buy into this. There's no coin here. It's all cups. It's all liquid and emotional realms and the depth of the abundance of the emotions. You cannot tap into that without that being high. But not only were you buying that, it's like you were doing it for different reasons. Like, you weren't doing it for the love of doing it. You were doing it because you felt like you had to get that happy home, happy family. Well, that's the past. It was there was some pain involved in all that shit, and a lot of arguing. Who cares? You know what? I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna do this to the cards. I'm just gonna put them face down because it doesn't matter, because right now we're moving forward. We got the Ace of Wands, which is the world, clarified by the World card. This is the gatekeeper, bro, to the new world that you're stepping into. Literally stepping into. So much so, the timeline that whatever you decided on has shifted you from this timeline to that timeline, from this timeline to that timeline. Just whoosh. You're now moving in a different course. Once you make some sort of decision, which is going to change the course of your whole entire life. So much so that the clarifying card for this moving on card is the Tower. The Tower in reverse, dude. It's not just a tower, it's a tower in reverse. Now, Tower in reverse is literally the get off your ass and get the fuck on. But like with whips and drowning and torture kind of deal. It's a very uncomfortable change that happens. So, like earth-shattering, foundation-crumbling change. And that's scary. Especially when it's not wanted. It's like you want it to happen, but do you really want it to happen? No, I don't want it. I don't want to start over. I don't want to start over from scratch. Oh my God, that's terrifying. It took me forever to get this. You know, it took me forever to just be where I'm at right now. And sorry to tell you, it's a false sense of self. That's also like what this card really talks about. That's why the guy's falling out of the fucking building naked. The crash at the top is the universe, God, whoever you believe in, breaking it all down. Down to the ground. But I think you're okay with it. You're okay with it. It's not the way you would expect, but it's like, whatever. I'm done. I'm already done anyway. I'm emotionally done anyway. So it's still going to be a little rocky. That's why I was referring those steps as like slippery, steep, mountain-esque type of staircase up to the fucking eclipse cliff. I don't know. And that makes sense. It's not going to be easy to get away from this. It's going to be a little hard. It's going to be a little tricky. And it's only being hard and tricky because the tower in reverse is present. Now, if the tower was upright, that means you made the choice to make a change. and you're like semi-welcoming it. You're okay about it. You're like, okay, I don't like it, but I'm cool with it. Reverse is like, oh shit, what the fuck's happening? But being paired with the Eight of Cups, there's a little tad bit of willingness and acceptance for the change to happen. It's like you're almost like, thank God. Thank God this is happening. Thank God this just got crumbled out of my control. Crumbled down and taken away out of my control. Out of my control, because I know I couldn't do it. Thank God, because I was blind as a bat. With that being said, you leave. Not in the best conditions, but you do it. I mean, you've been working hard not in the best conditions. So what is, leaving in the not so best conditions? And this is an 8. And this is an 8. I don't know what to say about it just yet, but 8 is an abundant number. Now, I did say it's almost like you have burdened yourself with all of these new opportunities with this 10 of Wands, right? I don't know what you did with this wand, but you got like trigger happy or some shit. Or you got desperate. I don't know what, but you have accumulated more than you can stand. You've accumulated more than you can even process, filter through, work with. I don't know. You need to like get rid of this shit so you can feel lighter, or delegate it so things can actually move forward. But the weight that you have put on yourself because of the choices you have made is not easy. Now, the clarifying card to that is a little confusing because it's the wish fulfilling card. It's like, did you ask for this? It's giving me a little bit of like that desperation, just reaching out for whatever's there, because like you just lost your goddamn mind. Not like literally lost your mind, but like you just lost everything. And now I feel like you're just like grabbing for whatever the fuck is presented, or wishing for everything, and everything is being granted and you don't even know what to do with it. Like, what the fuck do I do with all this shit? I can't even move. I don't even know where to go from here. Like, that's why I was like, this card is it's a key. It's very comfortable because you're in a safe, guarded, higher perspective kind of place where a lot of ideas come and go. But if you want to make significant change, you really need to hone in on one idea. And I think you're looking at it, but I don't know, there's a sense of hesitance too to that card. Now, the clarifying card, I didn't even say what it was, but the clarifying card for this reverse, I just wanted you to see what the card looked like upright. But we got it in reverse. 10 of Wands is 9 of Cups. Weird, right? That's why I'm like, did you just like rub a lamp and ask for a genie, and now he's granting you all the wishes, and you didn't even know what to do with yourself? It's like Aladdin. He was a poor boy, a street rat, and he goes rubbing that shit. I can't remember the movie, but I can't remember what his first wish was. I think he wanted to be like Sultan. He wanted to be the richest person to attract the female. Jasmine, the little fox cat girl. No, she's a tiger. She's a cat tiger, like Raja. But anyway, it's very ego, regardless. It's like, if you would just be yourself, because this is a facade. This is a facade. That's why he's falling out of the thing too, because that's ego falling out. That's an ego death. Now, it was unwarranted, the breakdown, welcomed but unwarranted. So there's still a little bit, I think, still there, like little resin of ego. Obviously, we can't just completely knock it out of our psyches, because the ego plays an important part in just us being us. It helps us and cripples us while helping us. it's an interesting relationship. And this can be also a kind of relationship you're going to be going through in Venus retrograde. That's what I'm saying. It's not just relationships, man. I mean, it's not just romantic relationships. It's relationships of all forms, maybe all levels, maybe all senses, all realms, all types. I don't know. But we're going to know by the end of fucking March where we at with when it comes to relationships in general. Could be relationship with yourself, man. That one's the hardest one. So many people hate themselves, are not cool with stuff when it comes to themselves, because there's an image that they're comparing. There's a lot of comparison. That's why this could be like society, and you're just doing what you think you needed to do to get to that, and it wasn't you. Maybe if you just been yourself, Aladdin, she would have liked you regardless. But no, you think she's a princess, oh, she's gonna only like a prince. I even heard this today. You're putting spells on yourself. You're putting spells on yourself. You're spell casting on yourself with those little things. Those little words that you innocently say. You're doing it to yourself. There is a rat present. It's like he wants to jump down. I don't know. What's the overall energy for the clarifier? The Temperance. In reverse. Oh my god! We got the Two of Wands again! Underneath. Oh my god. Two of Swords. Oh jeez. Decisions. Oh, Four of Wands. Que lindo, brother. Okay, let's reverse. Let's go. Let's go back. All right. Oh, where do I start? Let me finish this. 10 of Wands reverse. 9 of Cups. Don't fall back into that same cycle of building for the sake of building, or building in the fear of fill in the blank. Fear cannot be present in this new cycle. Let it go. Lack cannot be part of this new cycle. Let it go. I don't know. Maybe you got one wand and you're like, oh my god, and then decided to make yourself a bunch of other wands that are nowhere near as good as a one wand that you need. 9 cups, you're 1 cup away from happy home, happy family, but it's different. It's different now. It feels very desperate. Let's look at this happy home, happy family in the back. It looks like fucking Dracula's castle. Nothing wrong with Dracula's castle. I would love to be there and be seduced by him and be one of his wives. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But for the sake of the reading and where how it's looking and the light of it all, this happy home, happy family is light and bright, while this one looks like gloom and doom. You feel me? It's even the house, like this house tip is round. Wait, is it round? No, it's pointy. But it's fat and round and low and grounded. This one's like high, pointy, and like fork-like. I don't know. It's kind of creepy. Like a haunted house. And you're working your way towards that with all these wands. I don't know what. It's like, do you really want to even go up? It's even on a steep hill. Like, you're kind of dreading it. You're like, fuck, man. What have I done to myself? What did I do? How did I get here? Past decisions got you here, my friend. That's why jumping timelines right now is a treat. You just gotta be okay with leaving everything behind. Forgetting everything you fucking once knew. Are you okay with that? Some people are not. I know I'm when I'm watching Dark Matter, let me tell you, it's just been like my brain has just been like the show is good, but there's some parts of that show that really send me off into another fucking like train of thought. And then I get lost in it. The show itself is good, but the concept is what I'm stuck on. I don't know. Like, you have to leave behind everything you know. Everything you know. You have to come into this new world like a newborn baby. Not knowing shit. Open and receptive. Curious. And growing and learning. Not coming in like I know what I'm gonna do the same shit I did before and gain all this shit for what? Not even the ideal fucking thing. You know what the ideal motherfucking thing is? It is the 10 of cups, but that's a different image. This is the ideal. Look at this fucking family. Look at the 1111, bro. It's a fucking portal. That's marriage. That's freedom. This card is at the bottom of all of this. Bottom of the deck, which is the overall energy clarifying the top row. Okay. This was the clarifying card for the first 5 cards I pulled, and this is the clarifying card for the second row of 5 cards I pulled. I haven't talked about it yet because I wanted to finish the 10 of Wands. Temperance in reverse. There needs to be a balance. There's no balance here. What did I say? I had to use that word balance. Like there's a sense of imbalance, and I wasn't sure where I said it and why I said it and how I said it, but if you rewind you'll find it and everything will be great. But seeing the temperance in reverse, yes, there is a sense of imbalance, and I think it has to do with like you. Just you and who you are and where you want to go, and I think there's like a conflict here of like what you should be doing and what you want to do. I don't know. Or what do you need to do? I don't know. There's something. Now, underneath the Temperance card, we got another 2 of Wands, which is the same as this card. 2 of Wands, 2 of Wands. They're depicted differently. This one's a path. That's why the timeline thing I was talking about, bro. There is another timeline present. How are you going to take this? Are you going to jump it? Or are you going to stay in this loop? Like, I feel like some people are going to stay in the loop and not even know they're in the loop until the end of Venus retrograde. I don't know. I just said that for kicks, but there's a decision. Either you're going to stay or you're going to go. No, you are going, okay? Remember, you did go. But where you're going, you need to ask yourself, why is it that you're going in the first place, and how are you doing it this time differently? Because you don't want to find yourself right back in the same spot in a different way. In the same environment, no, in a different environment with the same results. From your past. I was going to say past life, but past experience. After this is where it gets so cool. So you got the 2. So we have the Temperance in reverse in balance. 2 of Wands. There needs to be a plan and a decision. Then we have, again, another decision card. 2 of Swords, which is about the mind. So now action and thought are both in a tizzy about what we're going to do. And then after that, you got... It's like once you get those parts of you going, this is the true goal that you're going for. I was just checking something. I don't feel like talking about it. I don't think you should get too trigger happy on the opportunities that are coming to you. You really need to be very selective on what you're bringing into your realm this time around. Do not overburden yourself to the point that you can't see anything better for yourself. You it's like you're gonna run yourself down to the ground. You're gonna burn yourself out, and when you're really in a low state, because this is sensing kind of low and low, it's just like getting lower and lower. You won't be able to get yourself out if you don't have anything going for you. You need something to hold on to like a totem. And it's whatever it is that you're looking at. It's whatever it is that you're thinking about right now as I'm speaking. Whatever it is that you're looking at and you're like, man, if I can just make this a reality, that's the one. And as soon as I said, damn, if I can make this a reality, it was 11, 11, 11, and it just passed again. Because it's an hour and 11 minutes and 11 seconds. It went. And then it did it again when I said 11, 11, 11, and then went 11s. Because then it became an hour and 11 and 11 minutes. No, the first time was, I forget now. I don't know, but it was all ones. And then it was all ones again. Or maybe there's some zero in there. Maybe it was like 10. Anyway. Hone in on to that dream. I hate to talk like that. But there is something calling you, bringing you back, bringing your attention back to it, I feel. I don't feel like whatever this wand wants to ignite with a single point like this, it's very Harry Potter-esque. Very Harry Potter-esque. I need to go sleep. Oh. Whatever this wand is overflowing with power to ignite, you need to make sure you're pointing it at that one thing that you are mind, body, and soul connected to. Whatever it is. So then things can start morphing into whatever it is the fuck that you were asking for. Or not even asking, or envisioning for yourself. And when you do that, you need to commit and steadfast in your decision. No wavering back, or because that's when this shit will happen again, and then you're gonna have to go up this fucking watery, wet staircase again and possibly fall on your ass all the way down to the bottom and hit all these cups and spill the water everywhere and be cold and miserable. Getting the fucking rug pulled under you again. You don't want that to happen. It's only getting pulled from under you because what you have is not sustainable. Whatever is going on right now is not sustainable, so you need to make a change. It needs to be a big ass change. Don't get desperate. Don't be fearful. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in your own ability to create what it is that is yours, and what it is that you want, and what it is that you see for yourself. Write it down. Just write it down. Now's the time. The new moon was yesterday in my time right now. Friday. February 29th. The last day of fucking February. Because today is March 1st. Well, technically today is now March 2nd because it's 12:54. Oh, it's almost about to be 1 in the morning. Alright, well, I guess I gotta finish. I was gonna finish it right now, but then I was like, wait a minute. I haven't done an oracle. We need to close it out with an oracle. Yeah. We need to. For which one? Moonology. Let's go. I haven't used you in a while. I'm gonna use my Moonology deck. My Moonology oracle. Let's close this reading out, shall we? It's a lot to think about, this reading. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a lot to think about. There is no closure. There is no ending because it's an open-ending reading. That's what it's feeling like. It has a lot of possibilities after this wand stitch. This is just like one little like multiverse reality parallel. This is just one little snippet. And then this is the one where it's like, okay, you can easily cycle back into old patterns. This is a great reading because it's like, oh, I can see. I'm showing you the pattern. There is a pattern here. There's a sense of lack. There's a sense of working too hard for not even the ideal setting that you are wanting. So find out what that ideal setting is. It's like that girl Amanda. She had the chance to open the door and she was thinking hard about how something, I don't even know what, but the world she opened into was like perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I wonder if we're going to ever see that Amanda again because I want to see how she lives her life because she's in her ideal life. Even fucking Ryan. I mean, he was scared. He's like, "You going to leave me, man?" Technically, he didn't say that. But, what's his name? I forgot the main character's name. Not James. I don't know his name. But he took his buddy, not the real one, but he took his buddy to a world he thought was good for him. And yes, when he stepped into the world, he loved it. Ryan was like, oh my God. But then when he realized his ass was getting left there, well, yeah. I don't know why I'm even talking about that, but thinking about Amanda. Card fell. Thinking about Amanda and how she thought of this amazing. I mean, that world was like calling me. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. But we need to be more realistic because they're literally time traveling. We're not time traveling here, but we have the ability to shift timeline, my friend. It's a lot more simpler than I think I or you realize. It's literally by a decision we decide to make. We go from here to here with one choice can change every fucking thing. Every fucking thing. And you know what even triggered before fucking dark matter, what triggered my timeline jumping fucking craziness in my mind was when I was literally contemplating on like that one choice I made in Georgia when I was in massage school. I'm telling you, man, if I would have just stuck to the schooling and graduated, my life, I would have never had Quinn. I would have never met her dad. I would have never been to rehab. I would have never went to jail. I would have never, it was like that very moment, my friend, that shit had me crying. Because I was like sitting and looking and just being like, oh yeah, what triggered it? Because I do watch a lot of chiropractor and massage videos of like techniques and shit like that, and I'm just like, I know I have the knowledge, but I can't practice it because it's against the law, and I haven't touched and I haven't studied and I haven't done it, that the information is rusty, but I know I can touch you and I know. But when it goes down to the real important parts of massage therapy, I kind of lost that information because it's been more than 11 years or so. Anyway, the trigger, I was watching something and it triggered it and it made me realize like, man, like if I would have just finished massage school back in, I wonder where I would have been right now. I know I would not be here doing this with you right now. I know it. I know it. I would probably be like massaging people and being really good at it because I'm really good at it. I'm really, really good at it. I'm getting older now. My wrists are a little wonky because of the accidents I had since then. It's just interesting how like one choice in your life can literally alter it. And that is the timeline shift. We can do the one now. We can do one right the fuck now. We can do one at any fucking time we want. With just a major life decision. Sometimes a simple one, not too major. Other times it's major ones. I think the key thing is not being too much of a drifter to just let whatever happen happen. And that was my problem. I wasn't grounded. I didn't have an idea or a thought or anything to better myself. I didn't have the thought. I didn't have the idea. I didn't have the motivation. I didn't have anything. I was just like, whatever. I don't want to call myself stupid, but I was fucking stupid. But that's not here nor there. I lost my train of thought. I think myself got mad at myself just now. You know, I probably had a deja vu back then. And anyway, we have the ability to do timeline shifting. We just need to be grounded and know exactly where we're shifting to. And just let everything unfold according to plan. I can't really go too much more into it because I'm not the one. These are just my thoughts spewing out of my mouth. By just spewing it out of my mouth, it's already intriguing myself. It's like, who's talking right now? But these are the thoughts that have been just plaguing me. And then I stumble upon dark matter, and I'm just like, wow. I stumble upon it, because it kept showing, and I'm just like, what is this shit? I didn't even know what it was. And then I saw the trailer, a little bit of the trailer, and I was like, ooh, time travel? I'm all about that shit. I love that shit. But it's an interesting take to it, and it's like the right time to watch it for me. Because I've been eyeballing it, but the past week is when my timeline shifting midlife, I don't know, I could be having a midlife crisis. That's another possible. Ooh. That's another possibility, but we're not talking about that. No, we're not. Oh yeah, a card came out. So a card came out while I was babbling. Be bold and make the first move. Now, I can relate it to our reading. I can say that now is the time. You really do need to make the move. And make the first move instead of letting the universe make the move for you. But when the universe makes the move for you, it feels more like a lesson, like a parent, like kind of getting on you. And you know what happens when your parents get on you? We close down, we retract, and we hide. And then we get into our vices. And things can start backpedaling. I don't know. Things get weird. I know for me, every time my parents got on me, it was just like the worst thing in the world. And I was a very moody kid. And when I started drinking, forget about it. Which was at 18. I started drinking at 18, but before that, I was just like this. Music was my thing, and it was like always rock and just like fucking emo shit. Not emo. I hate that shit. Like dark. And I was just drowning away my pain and sadness and depression. I never considered myself depressed though, but I was a very sad girl. Very sad girl, but I was also very happy. with the right kind of people. And I remember going to therapy at a point in my life. Not back then. I did back then, but I don't remember it. But there was one therapy session, actually when I was in rehab, so it was rather newer in the recent past, where the guy says, you know, you're those depressed people who can get yourself out of depression, but you still go back in, but you can easily get back out. So you're never fully depressed. And I was like, cool. Cool. Why do I gotta go back though? That's the Scorpio in me, I think. Because when we go back into the darkness, we're looking for something subconsciously. We're looking for the feeling of feeling something. Anyway, yeah, so be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. Yep. Yep. Make the change yourself. Take the time you need. I mean, there is no race for this shit. I mean, we're going to be going through testing times anyway, all the time, whether it's the planets, politics, whatever the fuck, nature, should just be happening. So take your fucking time. Do what you got to do to figure it all out. And just start, you know, with just one little thing, I think. Just take baby steps towards the big picture. Look at the little details for now that make up the bigger picture. I'm going to read it from the book, this Be Bold and Make the First Move, just to see what it has to say. I know it says something, like I'm already speaking spells on myself. Cardinal. No. Okay. Now is the time to be bold, bossy even. Take matters into your own hands. Cardinal signs are powerful and self-starting. They're determined and great at organizing. Drawing this card strongly suggests that you're going to need to be all those things to get your ideal resolution or position in the situation you're asking about. This card may challenge you on how strongly you really want something. See? If you're worrying about a situation, it is a suggestion to be less passive. Instead, take an assertive stance as you steer events where you want them to go. Speak up for what you want. If you're serious about sorting things out, you may need to take the lead in some way to step up as a leader. The atonement to this moon is, I am taking charge of my destiny. Additional meanings for this card: be bold and follow your heart and your emotions. Avoid recklessness or moving too fast. Come into your power. The time for action is now. Take your time though. Ask Ganesh, the Hindu elephant god, for help. In astrology, there are three quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. You know, that's funny because those are the people who are going to be most affected this week. I didn't know it was cardinal. I just know it kept saying Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn are going to be hit hard in this Venus retrograde. Remember, we each have all 12 signs in our chart for different parts of our lives. It's just the way the astrological wheel works. The astrological wheel is the thing I was talking about the sun and the moon and all the other information that's been filtering through me, but nothing. Damn, I forgot the word already. Nothing resonating. No. I forgot. These are the signs that like to get things started and which are the natural leaders. No matter when you draw this card, it is a sign that something new is starting and you quite possibly need to take the lead on it. I mean, we did get the fucking fire sign. I mean, it is fire, but fire is also Leo. Yeah, I think of Leo and I think of the lion, and they are leaders, natural born leaders. Be bold and make the first move. Let's pull one more right off the top. Don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, the past holds some shit, dude. We got that 3 of Swords and this heavy ass like foreboding kind of energy. I don't know. But yeah, we got this South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. Let's read that because the nodes are important. And I think the nodes have, I don't know if the nodes are active right now. I don't know. The nodes are confusing, but I know they are like blueprints of your life. And I don't know what the North and the South really mean, but we're about to figure it out. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but is opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even the past lives. I said that accidentally, but I had said that. Whatever you're going through, the past lives part. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there is a chance that an age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Age-old programming and Didn't I say? Oh, God. This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating. This is also a very suffocating card. That's why you leave it. Even toxic. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released. That there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure. When you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. That is also this shit right here. This is easier and safer. This is what presumed to be easier and safer. Attuned to the moon, I release the past. Additional meanings for this card. A relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. How fun! You guys find each other and go through the same bullshit every lifetime. That must be I didn't want to say it, but it does feel cursive. Not cursive, but like cursey. A curse. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Yes, it does. If you can do it, do it. But, I understand now. All right, the teachings. The South Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going south. On the horoscope chart, it shows us what we are likely to become obsessed with, but which will probably do us little or no good. The South Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us of the well-known phrase, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. That's the pattern. That's the pattern. I was like, I have said this and I can't repeat it again because I am just talking and I just be talking. I don't know when and how I said it, but I said it. You just have to go back, rewatch my shit, and it's all gonna make sense. Timeline shift, pattern breaking. That's the name of this fucking video. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I did. I just hope it actually took it when I stop it, because every time I stop it, it might just not load, and I'm just like, guess that was just for me kind of shit. But hopefully it makes it through, and I post it on my YouTube, and you guys can see me deliver a message for you. And if not, oh well. I'm in the shadows again. Bueno, I hope everybody has an amazing day. Happy March, okay? I'm gonna put it out there. I hope everybody has an amazing fucking March, because March is not gonna take us down. It's gonna bring us up. Hallelujah. 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 All right. Have a great night. Bye. Till the next time.